did you realize that your best friend was a wolf in sheep's clothing when she chose sunbathing and $200 over her seeing her dying daughter for potentially the last time? You see, my best friend Reagan had always dreamed of being a mother. That's the crazy thing. Ever since we were teenagers, she'd constantly talk about what kind of mom she'd be and how many kids she'd have. So when Lily was born, Reagan was over the moon, and I was just as happy. I'd never seen her glow so bright. Our daughters, Lily and my Emma, grew up together like sisters, spending weekends and holidays at each other's houses. Fast forward 15 years. Reagan asked if I could watch Lily for a week while she took a solo vacation to Bali. It wasn't unusual. Reagan liked her breaks, and Lily practically lived at my house anyway. The first 2 days were fine, typical teen stuff, Netflix marathons, junk food, all of that. But on day 3, things took a turn. At dinner, I called Lily down from her room, but she didn't answer. Emma said she hadn't seen Lily since lunch, and a weird feeling settled in my stomach. I walked upstairs, knocked on her door, but got nothing. I tried opening the door, but it was locked. Lily never locked her door. Something was off. I grabbed the key from the hallway drawer and opened the door, my heart pounding. Lily was lying on her bed, barely breathing, surrounded by empty med bottles and a folded note. My vision blurred as I dialed 911. Emma stood frozen behind me, crying, asking what was happening, but I couldn't find the words. Everything happened fast. The ambulance arrived, and I was answering questions from EMTs while frantically texting a neighbor to watch Emma. On the ambulance ride, I called Reagan. She was still at the resort. Through choking sobs, I told her what happened. But instead of sounding even remotely worried, Reagan hesitated, then said, "Is it really that serious? Maybe she just wanted attention." I felt my stomach drop. My head spun in disbelief. At the hospital, the doctor explained Lily needed her stomach pumped. I texted Reagan immediately. Surely now she'd realize how serious it was. But Reagan's next message knocked the wind out of me. Changing flights is $200. It's expensive. Plus, you don't have to go to the hospital every day. That's literally what nurses are for. I stared at my phone, my blood boiling. I wanted to scream, but I knew Lily needed me more than Reagan's drama right now. I took off work, used my vacation days, and spent 3 straight nights in the hospital chair beside Lily's bed. One night, she told me she thought Reagan didn't love her anymore. She asked why her mom wasn't coming back for her. I didn't know how to respond. I just hugged her, feeling a wave of anger in my chest. Throughout all this, I sent Reagan constant updates, photos, and texts, but each response I got back was shorter, colder. Meanwhile, she posted beach selfies, captioning, "Living my best life." It hit me then that the Reagan I knew, the devoted mom she always claimed to be, had completely vanished. When Lily was discharged, I prepared a safe, comforting room for her at my place. I tried countless times to talk to Reagan about the situation, but she brushed it off every time. Reagan finally showed up at my house, a full day after landing, deeply tanned and relaxed. She gave Lily an awkward half hug and immediately asked about the luggage she'd left before vacation. As I explained Lily's recovery plan, Reagan's eyes darkened, her jaw tightening with every word. Suddenly, Reagan snapped. She stood up, accusing me of parenting her child behind her back. Her voice got louder, and she started shouting about me overstepping boundaries and blowing things out of proportion. "It was probably just for attention," she spat. That's when I heard a choked sob from the hallway. Lily stood frozen, tears streaming down her cheeks. Reagan barely glanced at her daughter. My heart pounded. "Are you kidding me?" I shouted. I yelled at Reagan that she chose the beach over her dying daughter, but Reagan just scoffed, rolling her eyes. "Teens are dramatic. You should have known better." That was it. I snapped and unloaded everything. I told her she was selfish, that she consistently put herself first, that Lily's life was apparently only worth $200 to her. Reagan's voice lowered, venomous and cold. "You don't understand what it's like needing a break from your kids." At that exact moment, something between us shattered completely. I saw who Reagan really was, and I knew instantly our friendship was beyond repair. Reagan grabbed Lily's bag and demanded she leave, but Lily locked herself in my bathroom, sobbing uncontrollably, refusing to go. And that's when Reagan lost it. She began yelling, accusing me of kidnapping her daughter, and before I knew it, her phone was out, and she was calling the police. Full story on channel, linked below.